Hey everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff.
And I am Jason.
And welcome to another episode of the Cantina during the 31 days of Halloween here on the channel.
Happy October!
Yes! Which means pumpkin everything.
God,
everything.
You're gonna fucking want to vomit pumpkin by the end of this month.
I'm a big fan of pumpkin.
Me too.
And especially pumpkin beers. I like trying different ones. And up to now, you've probably seen like maybe 4 or 5 different ones. So this is a different one we found. This actually came in a variety pack. It's by Elysian. It's called Punkuccino.
Yeah.
It is a coffee pumpkin ale. I've been told it is basically an alcoholic version of a pumpkin spice latte. It's been on a lot of lists. I do like the freaking artwork on the front.
Yeah, the artwork's
it's pretty sick.
Straightforward.
But there's 4 different pumpkin beers in the variety pack that they sell. By the time you guys are going to see this, if you can find this variety pack, you are like a superstar.
Yeah.
Because I had searched different mini liquor stores and like
shit was wiped from the shelves. It was
oh yeah.
Yeah, it hit the shelves and it was pretty much gone. I don't know if they just didn't make enough or they didn't anticipate. I mean, I've known Elysian for a while from working in the beer business. Never was too much of a fan of a lot of their beers, but they always, have been a solid competitor, and they always put out they always had like seasonal beers and things like that. But the moment I saw the mix or the 12-pack variety, I think it was a 12-pack, right?
Yeah, 12-pack variety. Yeah, so 3. Yeah. 3 of each. 3 of each, and there's 4 different kinds of them.
I knew right away just from seeing that the beer's on there. I was like, this is going to be a hot item, and sure enough, I know around here it was really hard to find. Yeah, sorry about my stumbling around, but yeah, it was a very hard.
Absolutely.
12-pack to find. I think the variety in it was pretty much spot on. You got enough of each beer, which was kind of cool. You didn't just get one of each where you were kind of like, oh shit, should I drink this or not? Cool thing was you could drink it, you liked it, you had 2 more of it. If you didn't like it, you weren't stuck with a whole 12-pack of a bunch of shit you didn't like to drink. So, man, I'm stoked about this.
Yeah, this was an accident. Like this was like the 7th place I went, and I went through all their beer, like their craft beer area. Like I was like, okay, they don't have it. So I walked, out of chance, walked back towards like the shit beer section where it was like Coors Light, all that fart stack shit that was back there, and this was sitting on top of a stack of Coors Light, just randomly sitting there.
Yeah.
So I grabbed them, like, awesome, this is what I came for, so let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are 4 different varieties in this pack, but this is the one that I've seen on a lot of different lists out there that people have they're like, this is one of my favorite pumpkin beers.
I know a lot of people are putting together that, this is. We become a culture now that likes to rate things. Everybody has their top 10 this, and we're just, everybody wants to rate all this shit. Which I get it. Like, I find it entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of those suckers, but I actually do enjoy looking at what people rate pumpkin beers, because we've went from having like 1 or 2 pumpkin beers to, pretty much every brewery now has their own pumpkin beer. I actually have a pumpkin beer from our local brewery that shut down that I was this close to bringing. It's about 3 years old, I think, 2 or 3 years old. It stayed cold, so maybe we'll crack it just to see if it survived those 3 years of sitting in my fridge. It was by Tin Man. Man, I really was surprised at how well I thought their beers did turn out.
I liked them a lot.
The brewery did go shit under. I think it was just bad management. Yeah, things like that. I don't want to knock on it, but they had a pumpkin beer called Herald. I was able to get my hands on. I think I bought 3 4-packs. I did drink a lot of them, but one of the things I found a great use for was we did beer can chickens. My wife and I, it's where you shove a beer can up a whole chicken and you just put it on the grill and you let it go. It actually translated the pumpkin, the nutmeg, everything actually. You could taste it in the chicken. It blew my fucking mind. I couldn't believe it. I really just thought like it was a crock of shit. So we've been using the Herald for that. So I'm down to 1 beer, and I'm on the fence. Like, do I want to cook another chicken with it, or do I want to just man up, we, for the month of October, I think Jeff and I, just to see what happens, after 3 years of sitting in somebody's fridge. Like I said, it's still cold, so I don't think it would go bad, but why the hell not? Let's do it. We're gonna try it. But all that aside, man, I'm done blabbing.
All right.
I'm pretty excited.
You mean a crack? You want to crack it?
Dude,
right.
It's your beer.
Let's do it.
You're on it.
Like I said, I was hoping that I could find a 6-pack of this, but we got 3 in the variety pack, so I'm happy about it. And once I get it poured out, I kind of read what it's got in it because it's very. Ooh, look at that color. Being a coffee one, I kind of assumed it was going to have that color. It's got that. It's just. Oh my!
It's not thick. It's not.
It's not buttery.
It's not one of those like pour super thick, but it's that nice kind of. I'm not gonna call it jet black because I can actually see a little bit of brown in there, like it's a dark brown.
Look how evenly split that.
Coffee-ish looking.
Oh, I can smell it, man. Holy shit!
Can you?
It's a Punkuccino coffee pumpkin ale. It's a pumpkin ale with the attitude of a world-weary barista. Punkuccino packs a short shot of Stumptown coffee in your pint with just a shake of cinnamon and nutmeg. Contains lactose. Interesting. I didn't even see that before. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Your favorite.
So that means we're going to have film on our tongues. That's my favorite part about a lactose beer.
If they do it right, though, I think it would work. Because, me and you, after the one, we were like, we want to do lactose beers again? Yeah. But this one's so, like...
It's a hit or miss for me. The lactose, like, I don't know. I'm a weird eater when it comes to foods. It's not so much taste that bothers me. It's the feeling of things and how they feel. My sinuses and allergies are all over the place, too. So, oh,
I know.
Wow. That literally smells like Starbucks.
It does. Like, if you really get your nose in there, you can smell the pumpkin with that coffee.
That smells like Starbucks, like straight up, like a PSL. When you order like a pumpkin spice latte and, they shake the nutmeg and all that shit on top of it. Like, that is straight up.
Absolutely.
Like coffee.
Oh, my God. Dude, I'm ready for this one, man.
Fucking A.
Cheers.
Whoa. Whoa.
Fuck, that's good.
Wow.
That's good, man. Wow.
You can definitely tell that it's a ale. More of stouts and things of that nature have that thick, kind of creamy feeling in your mouth that you get. You get that flavor, that pumpkin, spice, cinnamon, nutmeg flavor, but you don't get that heavy stout kind of feeling in your mouth. If I'm saying like a milky, for this to even have lactose in it, I'm not getting that at all.
I don't get it. No.
This has literally, it drinks like a ale, like a regular, like just.
It has a little bit of, like a hint of bitterness in it, like an ale would have. Like there's a hint there, but it complements the coffee flavor.
Yeah, the coffee flavor. I hate hot coffee. I hate hot drinks. I drink my coffee iced black. That's it. I don't want any bullshit in it. This is literally like if you ordered an iced black coffee with like just the pumpkin flavor. Yeah, like if it was a pumpkin spiced coffee that they just brewed and poured it over ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally the best way to describe it. It's clean. It's a clean fucking taste.
That's a good word for that.
You don't get a lot of, like I said, you don't get this super high alcoholic burn.
You don't. No.
Bitterness behind it.
No.
You just get coffee.
I was looking to see if I can find the
coffee and pumpkin.
6% alcohol by volume, which is a good level for something like this. You don't want it to go higher than that.
And the further you get down into the beer, you can actually see like it's not black like a stout would be. Like it's brown. It's like just an ale. Yeah. Very, very dark brown color.
Yeah.
Like a stout to me pours almost like tar, like or motor oil, you know, like black and
bubbling crude.
Speaking of bubbles, I mean, look at that. Man.
I know.
It keeps a decent head on it.
Look at that. Look at that. That is a damn good looking beer.
It's tasty.
And it's got a great flavor to it. I'm really, really, really happy with it.
Me and with my, with my experience with pumpkin beers and how many years now we just keep getting more and more of these pumpkin beers shoved up our, shoved in our face. Like, I'm glad that we are not getting all of them before the month of October. Jeff and I have been discussing this for a while now. We're pretty excited about Warlock from Southern Tier. It's probably one of my favorite pumpkin beers. It's amazing. Still not out. I like that. I like the fact that I'm going to be able to drink a pumpkin beer in the month of October. I'm not getting pumpkin beer in August and being burnt out on it by the time, we get around to fall to enjoy this. When we decided we were going to do this pumpkin beer, for the month of October and try to center around a lot of these pumpkin beers, this is a hell of a way to kick it off.
It really is. And I know that you guys have already seen a few on the channel from myself and Tim as well doing these, because Jason's had quite a few of them that I haven't had.
Yeah.
Like the Dogfish Head, you've already seen that. You've seen the Voodoo Ranger, Atomic Pumpkin, which is still up there so high.
Fucking good beer.
Absolutely phenomenal. And even the first year made Jacko by Sam Adams is up there. Like, it's the first year for that one.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I've got one in the fridge for you.
Well, now I'm really interested on what we're going to deal with this Herald beer that I said a minute ago, man. Like, I feel like that would be the best way to cap it off. It's some dirty-ass 3-year-old pumpkin beer that's been sitting in my fridge. But honestly, the sad and disappointing part about it was a really good beer. It was a really good pumpkin ale. I think it was an ale. Pumpkin ale that I would have put up there with against a lot of the bigger breweries. It was great. It was a super flavorful beer. Yeah, it sucks that the brewery kind of went where it went. But all that aside, man, if you're a huge fan of pumpkin spice lattes and you don't like drinking a Guinness Stout or a really, really heavy beer like that, this is the road to go down.
I would say to get the flavor of this for a pumpkin spice latte, you'd have to get it iced with a couple extra shots of espresso, so you get that heavier coffee flavor with it, especially in the ice. If they ice it like that, and it would probably taste like this. Like, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Man, that's good. That's really good.
Got me with the hiccups.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah. No, man. Yeah. Like I said, the company that I worked for, the distributor, Elysian was one of the beers that we tried to sell against. Back then it was kind of one of those things where, you really didn't want to bite into the competition. Yeah. Going around, buying up beers. Every once in a while, I would try things, but you never, heaven forbid, you were ever caught on film like what we do here. Saying that a beer from another distributor was something that you enjoyed and liked. But this is one of those beers where, in all honesty, like even back then, like it's so good, like you can't deny it. You can't deny that somebody made a really good beer.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, this is great, man.
I love the fucking artwork.
Once again,
I really do. Like, I want to have.
Once again, man, we're just slapping thumbs up left and right. I mean, I know I am. It's getting my thumbs up.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a fucking phenomenal beer.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
Great beer.
Love it.
Disappointing part, once again, is you're not going to be able to just find it kind of sitting around in a 6-pack.
I know.
I don't know how many of these Elysian variety packs are even sitting around. Like he said, they were extremely hard to come by, very hard to get your hands on.
Sucks.
It sucks, but it's definitely something that hopefully next year, if we're already at that point now where we're not going to be able to get our hands on this.
Yeah.
Keep this in the back of your head.
Yeah. Make a list.
A list. One of the things I always did, though, and I still do, is I always go out and I buy my pumpkin beers and I just keep them.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to catch me sitting around drinking a pumpkin beer in August or even September. It's October. That's the month that's intended.
Yeah.
October, November. I want fall weather. I want to be sitting around a fire. I want to be, sitting with my friends out in my backyard with a nice bonfire, campfire, whatever going, drinking pumpkin beer. That kind of sets the whole mood. if you want, if that's what I'm trying to say here. But
this would be like a good damn dessert beer, like after Thanksgiving dinner, after you've had like pumpkin pie or something.
Oh yeah, like the coffee, the coffee in it's so spot on. It's so spot on. Like it's a perfect after dinner coffee drink that isn't going to weigh you down and make you feel heavy like a stout.
Yeah,
like that's my favorite part about it. I keep harping on it, but like to know and get that kind of flavor out of just a regular ale beer, I'm kind of blown away from it.
They did a really great job with this beer. It's it's one of those things that it's really, it makes me sad that I can't. I'm glad I have 2 more. Makes me sad that I don't have another 5 of these.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or I can't walk back into the store and grab another 6-pack of it. But it also makes me excited for the other brews that are in their variety pack.
Exactly, because
they have one that sounds like it's going to be similar to the Warlock.
Yeah.
And I'm very intrigued to try that one.
Yeah. There's I mean, honestly, that whole 12-pack, when you were rattling them off to me, I was just like, never heard of it. No clue.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we got all kinds of beers for this month that fit the theme, so we're pretty stoked about it, honestly.
Yeah, we do. I know we're doing a lot of pumpkin beers. If I do end up getting some Oktoberfest beers, we probably will do a couple of those, because there are a couple that are really, really good that I really like and I enjoy all the time. But
Sierra Nevada always does a phenomenal job with their Oktoberfest. I don't think they did a collaboration this year, if I'm correct. I think they just kind of did their own, but for the past few years, they were doing collaborations with a lot of German breweries, which was kind of cool. I think this year, they just rode solo. If I remember, if I saw it out there, yeah. Oktoberfest was it was a beer that I get a few in me, and after a while, I'm just like, I'm burned out on it because that whole what Sam Adams did with their Oktoberfest, it just For
a while, I got to the point where after I had it a couple of years, I'm like, okay, I want something different now. I'm kind of tired of that. Then I like Spaten. I like their Oktoberfest quite a bit. And then last year, I discovered out of nowhere 3 Floyds. It's called Munsterfest. And it's their version of it, and it's probably my favorite.
Really?
It's absolutely incredible.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's fantastic. I really like it.
Yeah.
And the fact that like I have friends who hate IPAs and hate bitterness, so I mentioned 3 Floyds. I'm like, I don't want to try that. I'm like, just try it. It's not that. And I had my brother who wanted to steal all of the ones I had in my fridge. He's like, I'll take all of them. I'm like, no, I'm keeping them. These, you can take one. But I'm over the moon over this beer. It's great.
Yeah, man. This is another
I'm really happy.
Good find, man. Great find, great pickup. Yep. If you guys, like we said, if you can find that Elysian, I'm sure Jeff, during the editing process, he's going to pop up the logo or the image of the what the actual 12-pack looks like, because the packaging is different.
Yeah.
It displays all 4 beers on the outside with a little bit of like a Halloweenish.
Yeah, it's
style.
kind of like a smoke kind of look coming from the beers, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's what you're looking for. Basically, just look for that logo right there. That is what is like front and center on the packaging. If you can find it out there, congratulations. You've struck beer gold as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
With the month of October, because if their other 3 beers are anywhere as good as that, that's a hell of a fucking find for you guys. So, congrats.
And like he said too, we've already gone into 4 or 5 of these beers, and you're seeing this after we've done some other ones. If there's some that you see you can't find, just make a list of the ones you want to try next year, because you're going to start seeing this stuff pop up like I did when I started hunting for them, like middle towards the end of August. You're going to see them start just flourishing. And when I went to one of our local liquor stores looking for Warlock, he's like, all the weird stuff that I get, the pumpkin stuff, that's gone. My average stuff that's just like always in, I've got a bunch of that, but the rest of it's gone. So you really kind of hunt for this stuff, because people really do love these pumpkin beers. So if there's something you want to do, just keep an eye on it for next year. If you can't find it this year. Elysian, this is fantastic.
No, good pick. Good
fantastic.
pick, man.
Fantastic. Drippy drip. It almost poured exactly like perfect. It was like
it really did.
It was crazy. But thank you guys for watching this episode of the Cantina.
Yeah, thank you.
I know we usually do our cantinas on Tuesdays, but during the month of October here, on our 31 days of Halloween, they'll be spread out all the way. So they'll be different.
Where are we coming from? Which way?
What day is this? This might probably be middle of October when you're watching this, but we do appreciate you guys tuning in, and we hope you enjoy all the other content on the channel for Halloween, all the reviews and unboxing and stuff we got going on too. So hope you guys check all that out. So keep an eye out for that. And also keep an eye out for the regular episodes of the Cantina that debut every Tuesday on the channel. So definitely keep an eye out for those.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys watching. We really do. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you guys in the next video. And in the description below as well, besides the playlist, you'll find our social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. Our Discord continues to grow every week. Our Patreon, if you guys want to give a little bit to the channel, you can do it for as little as $1 a month. We have a $1 tier. And speaking of Patreon, I want to say thank you to all the patrons we currently have at this time. All your names will be scrolling below us. So thank you guys for what you do and your support in the channel. Me and Jason really do greatly appreciate it.
Very much. Very much so, guys. Thank you.
That will do it for this episode of this special episode of the Cantina during the 31 days of Halloween. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm Jeff.
And I am Jason.
We'll see you guys next time. And remember, if you geek about it,
we are going to speak about it.
Later.
Bye.